Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Andre Gomes has been discharged from hospital today after a successful operation on his dislocated fracture that he suffered in Sunday's 1-1 draw with Tottenham at Goodison Park. Good news that he's been released so quickly, I think. Obviously, Everton were able to get the foot the right way at the stadium, and because there was no broken skin, therefore the risk of infection was reduced, which again is another good thing for Everton. The surgery went well, according to the club statement yesterday, and that's been followed up today by the news that Andre has now left hospital and will begin his rehabilitation under the medical team at Everton. So, wishing Andre a speedy recovery. No doubt we're going to miss him, no question about that, but let's hope that his ankle is fine and he can come back even better than he's been this season, because last season he was fantastic for us, and he's had obviously well wishes from all over the world, it seems, most notably the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, praying for him and hoping he comes back stronger. So let's hope that is the case for Andre Gomes. Andy Gray has said that he fears for Marco Silva. He said Everton have got 2 games they must simply win. The next 2 games, that is Southampton away at the weekend, then after the international break, Norwich City at home. Both teams are below Everton in the Premier League table, and Everton have got a tough run of games coming up and need these 2 victories. Anything less than a win at Southampton could see Marco Silva lose his job. Yeah, it seems at the minute that there's a bit of that every week. There's pressure on this game. If he doesn't win, he might lose his job, whatever. We don't know what Everton's hierarchy is thinking, of course we don't. But we do know that 11 points from 11 games quite simply isn't good enough, given the money we've spent over the last 16, 17 months. Everton should be far higher up the table. A win at the weekend would send us into that international break feeling a lot better, probably pull us halfway up the table maybe. And then if we were to follow that up with the victory against Norwich, then obviously going in through that tough run of fixtures, the likes of the Merseyside derby and Leicester away and things like that, would have us feeling much better and in a much better position, of course. But, we've got to start winning these games. You keep saying it'll be this week. If we can win at the weekend, we'll be there. And those wins haven't come. So, it is a big game at the weekend. And obviously now the manager's going into that without Andre Gomes, which makes that job a little bit more tougher. Obviously, no Bernard still, no Jean-Philippe Gbamin. So, getting down to, I wouldn't say bare bones, but getting down to, threadbare squad in terms of central midfield areas. The players have got to pull some results out the fire for them. Otherwise, Everton could make a move for someone like Jose Mourinho or Adi Hutter or even David Moyes during this international break. Talking of David Moyes, he's been speaking to Scottish radio and said he spoke to Everton in 2016 about a return to the club. Said he also spoke to Aston Villa and Celtic. I'm reading into that he had a conversation to Bill Kenwright and said, I'd love to come back with money. And Farhad Moshiri wasn't so keen, because why on earth, if he spoke to Everton, Celtic and Villa, why on earth would he take the Sunderland job? Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, he said it didn't really get any further in the conversation, but David Moyes wanting a return to Everton. And, he's the favourite, isn't he, with the bookmakers still to be Everton's next manager. So who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Everton defender Matthew Pennington wants to return to the club in January. He's played a grand total of 17 minutes for Hull City in the Championship, and he wants to come back to Everton, probably to just get a loan somewhere else. It's no good. Matthew Pennington, he's 25 years of age. Now, he's never going to make it at Everton, in my opinion. 25. And the best thing for him is to try to get himself a permanent move somewhere else, to a Championship club or whatever. But he needs a loan where he's going to play and have the opportunity to establish himself, because it's just not happened. Going to these teams and having the odd sub-appearance just doesn't help these players. So we'll have to see if he comes back. I'm quite sure he is desperate to get back with not being involved there. But staying in Hull, and Josh Bowler scored his first goal at the weekend for Hull City. It was his second start in the Championship. He scored in the 3-0 away win at Fulham. And the Hull Daily Mail have reported that there's actually a £5 million buyout clause for Hull to make Bowler's move permanent in the summer if they want to take up that option. So, you know, obviously Josh Bowler went there, we thought as fans probably, to try and get some game time and to see whether he could establish himself, whether he could be a potential option to Everton. But, you know, this story coming out today that Hull have the opportunity to buy him for £5 million would suggest that Everton feel as though Bowler's future lies elsewhere. If he does go for £5 million, that's only a £750,000 profit on what Everton agreed with QPR when we bought him. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one as well, of course. Don't forget, tonight the under-21s play a Crew in the Leasing.com Cup. And if you're a season ticket holder or an official club member, you can watch it live on evertonfc.com. We should be able to watch the likes of Anthony Gordon, Lewis Gibson, Lewis Dobbin, and of course Tyler Onyerangu, who's been doing quite well as well, 16-year-old. All of those should be in Everton's squad for that trip to Crewe. So check that out if you get the opportunity to. That is it. That is it. Nothing really happening today. Very quiet other than the Gomes news. So there you go. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. See you later.